You know, this is a real special day, as PT said. Matt's kind of a rare breed. You know, he really is. We don't get a lot of guys through step 7 or that come to step 7 just as willing and as ready to receive the message and the grace and the promises of God as with Matt. And so, you know, I just want to start off, Matt, by saying thank you. Thank you for being just such a breath of fresh air around here.
Thank you.
I'm reminded of a story back in the book of Numbers chapter 13 and 14. Moses, he sends 12 guys, one representing each tribe of Israel, into the promised land to scout it out and to come back with a report, right? And though they bring back this beautiful fruit, right, this huge cluster of grapes from the promised land, which is basically proof that all of God's promises are true and will be fulfilled, they also come back with the news of all these giant obstacles that are going to be standing in their way once they get there, right? And so 10 of the guys are very focused on this. And Caleb steps up, right? This guy Caleb. Matthew kind of reminds me of Caleb. He steps up and he says, hold on a second. Do you guys not realize that God is with us? We went into this place and it's beautiful. It's everything that he promised us it would be. And the Lord is going to be with us. He's going to help us. He's already told us he's going to overcome all these obstacles. And so let's go ahead and let's move forward with it, right? And that's the kind of fruit, you know, that we're trying to produce here at Step 7, because I think that's the kind of fruit that God, you know, that's the kind of fruit he tells us he's trying to produce. Men who will not only have faith in Jesus, right, but have faith in God's promises through Jesus, right, which is a whole nother level, you know what I mean? And I've seen Matt, you know, over the last, 3 months, this is pretty remarkable how God has promoted him because he has sought after the Lord in such an earnest way, wholeheartedly. I hope you see this, Matthew. He got a job at Qdoba, which would be beneath most of the people in this room. He is now managing over there. He's been out of prison for 3 months. Okay? This is remarkable stuff. He moved straight from Ethos into one of the other homes to lead it because I trust him. And I know his heart. Amen. Okay? This is remarkable stuff right here, you guys. I hope all you guys in groups realize how much effort he puts into his relationship with the Lord. And it's not like because he has to work to get God's approval. It's because he wants to know more. He wants to know him more, right? This is beautiful stuff. This is really beautiful stuff, Matthew. I hope you realize that. And so I want to read you guys something out of the end of this little story of Caleb here, right? It's found in Numbers 14, verse 23 and 24. And it says, talking about the other 10, because Joshua and Caleb, right, of course, were the ones that came back and gave this good report. Talking about the other 10, God says this. He says, they will never see the land I swore to give their ancestors. None of those who have treated me with contempt will ever see it. But my servant Caleb has a different attitude than the others have. He has remained loyal to me, so I will bring him into the land he explored. Matthew reminds me of Caleb.
Thanks, Brad.
Word.
Appreciate that word of encouragement.
Brian, you said pretty much what has been on my heart this morning. All right. It's okay, buddy. Matt, this is a first, and that's exciting. We've never had anybody who's gone through the Ethos House and moved into a leadership position like this. And I can tell you that when men come to the Ethos House, I always have some kind, and I don't like to use the word worry, but concern. I'm always concerned about new guys coming in to the house. And honestly, I can say I had none when it came to you coming into the house. I could see your hunger for a right relationship with Christ was so evident that I had no concern about your walk. I remember a few weeks back, or however long ago it was, Brian asked me, he said, hey, PT, what do you think about Matt, moving into this leadership position? And I didn't hesitate. I said, run with it, man. It's just been a pleasure to watch you grow the way you've done here at Step 7. And I look, the Lord's got a special plan for you, okay? Jeremiah 29 says, plan to prosper you, give you hope in the future. And boy, I can see that in your life right now. And I just want to thank you for the way you've handled yourself since you've come. So thank you. All right.
Thank you. Wow. I really appreciate it. I give all the glory to God.
Amen.
Absolutely. It's been an amazing journey, and it's just the foundation. It's just beginning. I had a hard time for many years getting it together. Through all that time, I'm in and out of jail, and I always read the Bible on and off, but it never spoke to me, never made sense to me. I always knew I was always searching, and a couple of years ago, I finally got locked up. I got caught in Oregon because I was running from Colorado and running from God. And the thing is, you can't run from God. He'll always catch up to you. And he did. When I finally got thrown into that jail cell, I opened up the Bible after a couple of weeks, when I could think straight. I opened up that Bible, and it was like the words were coming off the page. Everything made sense. It was speaking to me in such a way. It was like the most incredible experience. I immediately started, when I finally got out to the general population, I found started some Bible studies with some guys every night. And, my journey went from prison in Oregon to prison out here to fulfill the rest of my time I owed them. And the whole time I was walking with Christ and doing Bible studies, sitting with them, and I knew what it looked like to be in that controlled environment and walking with Christ. But I was so scared of how do I do that on the outside? I had no idea what that looked like. So immediately, I was praying about it. I said, Lord, please, find some type of transitional Christian community that I can be a part of and work my way through this. I prayed for 2 years, and I started writing letters. I wasn't getting many responses. Finally ran into God uses the strangest people. Pretty scary looking gang member came up and told me, you ever try Step 7? Heard about this Step 7? So, and I didn't even know this. I've seen this guy at church a little bit. So he gave me the address, and I wrote it. When I got the letter back, it just all made sense. And did the phone interview with actually Tom and Brian at that point. And it just felt right. And like I said, I had no idea what that looked like. So it's great. Step 7 taught me how to walk with Christ in a regular environment, how to wake up every day, sit with God for at least an hour, do my daily devotionals. That makes all the difference in the world. Lean on Him when I need Him. Going through the discipleship program. The 12 core values, it's just given me this incredible foundation. I know when I'm having concerns, troubles, any obstacles in life, I know how to just sit with God and pray, and it changes everything. And I seek in ways I can serve God, and that has changed everything. And with that, these incredible blessings just keep happening in my life, like more than, believe me, I think I deserve. And it's just amazing. And I just keep continuing looking how I can serve Him more. And I just thank you so much for all the lessons and give me the foundation that I can move forward on.
Those are for you.
Thank you.
One on the wall, one hanging